So many titles to describe Rosie McClelland. We've got influencer, YouTuber, and songwriter as well. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
And you've got the song Hurt So Good out right now. I wanted to ask, between your first single that you put out, Handstand, and your current single, Hurt So Good, how would you describe your growth as an artist?
Oh, I've never been asked this question before. So my growth, it would definitely be when I released Handstand, I was just trying something new to see like what was going on there. Then I realized like, oh my gosh, I really like singing. So then I just carried it on, and I feel like I've grown more as a songwriter because I'm more involved in the songs. Whereas like with Handstand, I just love doing handstands. That's it. That's why I wrote the song. And obviously I co-wrote it with somebody, but I've just grown as a writer, a singer, and just really developed in kind of like music. I know a lot more about it. So I've definitely grew a lot like upwards, and I think I'm nearly there. I'm still trying to figure out what type of music I want to do though.
I saw that 8 hours ago you posted a TikTok saying that you had an interview with a radio station after work. Were you talking about this one?
Yes.
Okay, I know you had a rough morning, so are you feeling a little bit better now?
Yes, I am feeling a bit better. I've had quite a good day with my friends. That's like the most important thing to me. So I had a good day with my friends, but I woke up this morning because some people are just not it, but just haters can be haters. You just got to concentrate on yourself.
That's very true. Speaking of friends, here's one that I was a little curious about. So you've been on the Ellen show with Ellen DeGeneres like 30 times-ish. Are y'all friends? Do y'all text? Do y'all keep in touch?
So we definitely keep in touch. We wouldn't be on like a texting everyday basis, but every time we go out to LA, we meet up with the crew, and like just everyone from the Ellen show will go out for dinner with them, or we'll just go back to the set. But now that the Ellen show is all wrapped up, we can't go back to like the set, which is quite annoying. But we wouldn't actually normally see Ellen because they like to keep her away. So then when we go onto the show, we'd be more like excited to see her, and then we get to spend time with her after the show. But so it was kind of like a big surprise. That's why we called her Auntie Ellen. But we stay in touch with all of like the crew and stuff like that. But we don't really stay in touch with Ellen herself, but we follow her journey as she's growing and like retiring and everything. So
makes sense. And of course, like you first blew up with your cousin Sophie Grace on the Ellen show, and I know like you two are kind of on different paths right now, but do you think you'd ever want to revisit the duo and then put out a song together?
We actually have that conversation all the time, and we were like, because Sophia, she's really, really amazing at singing, but our styles are so different. Like mine is very much like really pop. Maybe I'm kind of going into like K-pop vibe at this moment in time because I really, really like that. Like BTS and all of that. It's amazing. But Sophia is more like rap, like hardcore, like really cool vibey sort of music. But I think both of us, like if we mix together, I think if we made a song, it would be really good. So we'll definitely look into that because we have spoke about it a lot.
She could sort of be the rap monster and you could be the djinn, maybe?
Yeah.
Very cool. Another thing you've done is you've published one book, and I saw that in your official Spotify bio, it says that you want to publish more. I was curious, would you keep all of those nonfiction, or would you ever try to like build your own sort of universe and write something that's totally made up?
I feel like I could go down different routes because I'm a very creative person. Like I'm not academically clever, but like if you put me in like an art studio or like making clothes and like doing that sort of stuff, I've got a lot of creative ideas in my head. So I feel like a fantasy or like fiction would be really good for me. But then I'd also like to write like a book just on my journey throughout life, because I think that would be cool. But I'd definitely look into writing books, but I'd make it really easy to read because I actually find it really hard to read books. So it'd be in like special writing so that everybody can read it.
Well, I see like you're also a blogger, like you have so many videos up on your YouTube channel. How do you come up with content ideas like so frequently, and like what is your favorite type of video to film?
My favorite type of video would definitely just be a day in the life vlog, because it's very much, it's easy. Two, it's just me and everyone can see how I live, because none of the stuff I do is fake. Everything I do is like mostly true. But I think how I come up with ideas is I just go through YouTube and I just see what comes up or what I would watch, and it would mostly be like morning routines, vlogs and stuff like that, and then I just do whatever my fans like. So sometimes I'll put like, what video do you want me to do next, and that's how I come up with all my stuff. But my favorite video that I would be doing is definitely a day in the life vlog.
Yeah, I get flustered doing that though. Like, you're trying to do so many things and record at the same time. Hats off, like.
Yeah, it is hard to like balance it all, but I'm just used to it now, so it's just easy. And also I do have like my mum, my cousin, like sometimes I'll be doing something and they're like, oh, let me quickly film this, and they film it. It's just easy.
You, in spite of all of this stuff, also kind of live the normal teenager life, going to school, having sort of regular, non-famous friends. How do
Yeah.
you try to separate, if you do at all, how do you separate being Rosie McClelland as seen on TV versus Rosie McClelland as seen in the hallways of school?
So I am much different in person. So like in my YouTube videos, I'm very much like, actually, I wouldn't say I'm very different. I'd just be like, I'm more structured on like YouTube and stuff like that. But in school, like I keep my singing life away from my school life. So I don't do music in school. I don't do anything to do with music, so that I can just live that life. And then when I come home from school, I do all my music and stuff like that. But I go out to parties regularly, and I'm still trying to find friends, because sometimes you do get the odd friend who are like, I really like you, but I only like you because you're like Rosie McClelland. But I've just pushed all the toxic people away, and now I've got my main friends who like me for Rosie.
Mm-hmm. And you actually posted an Insta story, I think it was yesterday, like you were doing homework.
Yes.
So like what's your favorite subject right now?
My favorite subject currently is drama, just because I really like acting, and it's also, they push you to do like a lot of different stuff, like not normal acting. There's something called like Artode, which is like the theatre of cruelty, and it's really cool stuff, and you just learn so much. It's amazing. And my teacher is like the life of my, like, I love her. I wouldn't be in school without her.
Do you have any non-music ambitions?
If I wasn't to do music, I was thinking maybe when I was like 30 years old, I'd stop music and maybe do some interior designing.
Ooh.
That would be my goal.
Another thing you've done before is you've been on this side of interviews as well as on that side of interviews. When you first sort of achieved viral fame with Sophia, you interviewed celebrities like Bieber, like Taylor, like Katie, et cetera, et cetera. So with names like that across from you, you had to probably do a pretty good job. You had to really put some thought and some effort into it. So I may be, I don't know, 10 minutes too late with this question, but in your opinion, what makes a good interview?
I would say really keeping in touch with the person you're interviewing, and then also just keeping it chill, because if you're like bang, bang, bang with all these questions, just like keep it chill, and then everyone will feel comfortable, and then the people listening they'll feel like they're involved as well instead of just listening.
Very cool. That was very meta for a second there, because, you know, here we are trying to do an interview and then you're talking about doing an interview. Very meta moment, but good advice too.
Does it feel strange, like you being the interviewer and like when you're the interviewee, because you know what happens behind the scenes? Does it sometimes feel a bit strange?
I'm not a person to overthink stuff, so I don't really think it's that strange. I just go with the flow with most stuff. That's kind of my thing. Just go with whatever comes along in life.
Well, when we talk about going with the flow, you have a song out right now, and you've probably got more songs on the way. So let's not distract from Hurt So Good. That's out now. That's out everywhere. But what else have you got your eyes on for later this year that you might be doing?
In England, so I'm just saying this, in England we call like really good songs bangers, and I have some bangers coming out, I know that, and they're my favorite songs that I've done so far, and I'm so excited for them. Hurt So Good is definitely my favorite song that I have released, but there is one song that I'm releasing soon, and I think it's the best song I've ever done, and hopefully everybody else will like it, because it is very, very out there. And as I said, it's definitely more K-pop. So I really, really like it.
Can I jump in real quick and ask if you had the chance to collab with any K-pop group, boy band, girl group, or solo, who would you want to get on a track with you?
Either BTS or Blackpink.
I mean, those are two solid choices right there. Those are the two right there.
No, just asking, what's one song that's been living inside your head?
It's actually not from like, it's not a K-pop song, but it's by Chase Atlantic, and it's called Slow Down, and I listen to it every day. Or Me and You by, I don't know her name, but it's amazing, and I love them two songs, and they play repeatedly in my head when I'm in class, when I'm doing homework. It's just stuck in my head like an earworm.
That's awesome. Well, hopefully for some people, that'll be the same for Hurt So Good. That, again, out now from Rosie McClelland. And thank you so much for taking a couple of minutes and chatting about everything that you've got going on. I feel like we only scratched the surface, but hey, lots more to come from you.
Thank you.